Alright, and welcome to the Kriegspiel. And the first orders have been sent to the respective armies, and both armies are going to clash into each other. I won't disclosure where they are coming from because players can see this, but just wanting to show that the box is now playable with whatever Kriegspiel system you want to use. So I have put all the bags with administrative markers. So we have, I'm gonna put some troops there. Let's put some Austrians, like battalion, some artillery. Let's put the brigade. Yeah, let's put the corps division commander and a brigade commander, and also the army commander. And let's put another infantry there. Let's say our cannons would be split in half batteries and supporting respectively Battalion 1, Battalion 2 of Bogdan's brigade. He would station next to the guns. Let's just put the cannons. This is not like a miniature, you don't have angles to shoot. You do, but the symbols represent the area of where they are set up. Okay, and actually the army commander joined the co-commander, and which is also the division commander in this case, near a brigade, and see how it is going. So what would happen is, on the other side we would have, let's say, some French infantry, some cavalry, and some artillery. Okay, so infantry would be coming from the flank there, supported by a line, another infantry that would be trying to align itself, but in a column, being supported by artillery and having the cavalry there ready to exploit any gap. And it would be, let's say it would be commanded infantry there and the brigade. And okay, we would have the corps headquarters, then the division nearby, and Schmitz being directing the attack column, and with Perimont with his hussars ready to exploit any gap. So orders will be distributed by courier, flying from corps to corps, being measured where they come from and how much time they will take to arrive at an area. So let's suppose this corps would approach, well, this body of troops would approach, and instead would decide, the brigadier would decide that they would go into line. Right, so what would happen in that situation is the umpire would mark the troops that would be engaged with the respective counters of engaged. In this case, we would have to measure how many paces they are from each other, and, well, pretty much just mark them as engaged, because it is easier to engage than it is to disengage. Once troops are engaged, it becomes more difficult to control. There's a lot of smoke and chaos going on. So in this case, we would have the artillery supporting this combat and adding whatever factors would be necessary. And after cycles of 2 minutes firing at each other, what could happen? Well, it could happen several things. It could happen maybe that a unit of the Austrians, in this case, got disrupted by fire. They're still hanging tough and disrupted. But given the artillery fire and the volleys from the enemy, this French half battalion would be disorganized, right? They are a bit more in disarray, but still, well, they would probably fall back, but still firing at the enemy, although the distance is bigger, so musketry would become a bit less effective. In the meanwhile, the French would probably start a barrage against these troops, which the Austrian general would decide to fall back with them. And maybe there was a dispatch from the division to the brigadier, or pretty much they are very close, so he could just tell them to charge. So we would say the brigade would charge into there, and what could happen here is that by lack of quickness of reaction and these troops be trying to form a square or whatever, the artillery was left unprotected, and so they would be routing. Yeah, we can put it like this. Looks beautiful. So technically the guns have been left back and everything. And what would happen here is that the cavalry would rotate and then attack the nearest troops. And what would we have there would be... where is it? We would have a melee. So the umpire can mark wherever anything is happening at any time, so he doesn't lose track of what is happening. So our game has started, and the troops are, and the generals are already issuing orders through couriers, riders receiving reports. So I hope this will be a good game, out of respect for both armies, commanders and players, because we have a game with 17 players plus umpires. We want to do a live after action report week by week of what is happening in the time of the battle, so neither side knows exactly what is happening, but the table of the umpire will have all the troops where they are at any given exact point. So yeah, you can use this game box to your leisure if you want to play your own Kriegspiel. Future plans is to transform this game box into a full-fledged non-Kriegspiel game. So yeah, our brand idea is Activate the Soldiery Group. Let's see where it leads us. So cheers, thanks for watching, and catch you after the battle is done, I guess. So we have a full AAR, right? So cheers.